Yes. How long until you fry them? Getting ready to? Okay. All right, everyone. Chicken feet are almost ready. So get ready to fry them here in a minute. So while we're waiting for that, what do you want to do first? You want to do that first, or you want to get ready? And okay. While we're waiting for Mommy to do that, you know, I follow a few groups on Facebook, and one of the topics that's come up recently is the IFAC, individual first aid kits. So I want to talk about those real quick now. I basically have two. Okay. This one is pretty much just meds and backup for this one, which is the first aid bag. This one I've got an extra set of trauma shears, another tourniquet, which, old man, are you here? Yeah, you are. So I saw a little thing you posted on YouTube, and I'm going to hit that up here in a bit. But I got to tell you, I got a good laugh out of it. And I figured I'd share it with everyone here. Nope, she's getting ready for him now. So, old man posted this thing on Facebook, I mean on YouTube, about a tourniquet. How it's a good idea to have one of these if someone's carrying a 320. And I haven't laughed that hard all dang day. That was freaking awesome, old man. So, first I want to talk about is just the meds. So inside here, I mean, it's not just meds, it's ointments, stuff like that. You know, I do have an extra Israeli bandage. I mean, this is basically hemostatic gauze. And I do carry regular gauze, but this is what you want to stop bleeding. Regular gauze, it's not really going to do anything. I mean, you're going to go through regular gauze after regular gauze. You're not going to get anything accomplished with that with somebody that's in a serious bleeding situation. Yeah, I saw that from that other person's channel. I'm probably going to follow them too. But in here, I've got iodine, I've got liquid bandage, I've got Voltaren, basic like Tylenol, stuff like that. I've also got smelling salts, alcohol pads, you know, just basic stuff for a first aid kit. Just meds. I got NyQuil, Imodium. Now, Imodium, I was actually pretty lucky because there were times when I would actually use a lot of Imodium. And what's going on, Ghost? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. When I worked at the hospital, I actually had diarrhea really bad one day. And one of the nurses, he was a contract nurse, he said, "Are you taking Imodium?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Don't." He said, "Unless your diarrhea is like for 2-3 days, Don't take Imodium. Diarrhea is your body's way of getting rid of something nasty that's inside of you. So I have Imodium in here just for emergency uses. And I also have Tough Skin for blisters and stuff like that. You'd be surprised what you can do with some Tough Skin. And then, like I said, the alcohol pads. So that's basically the med kit. Now, the first aid kit, I've also got a tourniquet here. You never know. You might always need two. I mean, it depends on how many times the 320 goes off. Trauma shears. And I've got ace bandage, gloves, tapes, another Israeli bandage, tampons. Now, this is a last resort thing. This is something that you can, in a last resort, in a really bad situation, if you had to, use it to temporarily plug a bullet hole. Now, with this, you don't want to put it all the way in. You just want to put like just the tip. Okay? Because you're going to end up, with this being organic cotton, you can get an infection from this. She's frying them right now, man. They're in the frying pan. Trust me. I'm going to get to them. But the thing is, with the chicken feet, I didn't con anybody. I'm a man of my word. Me and old man made a deal. He tried his chicken feet last night. I'm going to try them tonight. So anyway, you don't want to insert this all the way inside a bullet hole. You just want to do what you can to temporarily plug it. It's not going to stop the bleeding, but it can slow the bleeding. So this is a last resort item. I'm going to do a short video on this as well. Crazy glue. One-time use. Be careful with it, because if you only want to use it for like small, deep cuts, you don't want to use it on something large. It's not going to do any good. And you can also, if you don't use this the right way, this can cause caustic burns. If you put too much on, it can cause bad burns, chemical reactions, all kinds of stuff. Then I've got a couple of chest seals. Iodine. And then regular gauze. And then an airway tube. This is a nasal airway. This goes down the nose. So if they're having trouble breathing, you can put this in the nose to get them going. Okay. Now, the best thing about an IFAC, you build it the way you want it. There are no set rules on what goes into an IFAC. You build it the way you want it. You know, I actually left a couple of like emergency preppers pages, because you get these guys on there that went through all these classes, got all this expertise in it and everything. And instead of guiding people, they get on there and they start acting like asses. You know, I'm not going to repeat the same thing over again. Do a simple search. Or, you know, you can't do that. You got to do it this way. You know, if you read some books, well, you know what? Not everybody has time to sit down and read books or have the money to take courses. So you build your IFAC the way you want it. You don't go and listen to everybody else. You do some research on what you should have in an IFAC. And if you want, build it out that way. Add stuff to it if you want. You got to remember, this is an IFAC. It's an emergency individual first aid kit. This is not an all-out first aid bag or pack. Okay? This is just something to suit the purpose until proper medical treatment can be given. That's what everybody needs to remember. That's all it's for. Now, we do have med kits. We've got stuff for dental work. We've got stuff for surgeries. We've got suture kits, all kinds of stuff. We've got IV tubing, IV needles, all that stuff. But that's not what goes into an IFAC. Okay? IFAC, you know, an old man, you might be able to help me out here, or the guys that were in the military. We had an acronym, KISS. You guys remember KISS? Keep it simple, stupid. That's all IFAC is. Just keep it simple. You know, just do what you can with what you have on hand. All right.
Ready for your chicken feet?
So I'm ready for some chicken feet. Now, like I said, Mama Mina made them adobo style, so they're seasoned. So they're not going to be plain or fried. They're adobo. And adobo is actually one of my favorite Filipino flavors. So if you've never had adobo, you've got to give it a try. So, Mama Mina, you need to help me out. Yeah, you had that fire a little bit too high. Those are a little bit brown. There you go. Chicken feet. Adobo style.
Is it hot?
It's hot. Damn, it's hot.
Yeah.
And crispy.
It's hot.
Yummy.
You just do like this. Like this. Yeah.
Give it a high five. Yummy?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see your old man. So that was tasty. I am glad that you gave him a pedicure, though. But old man was trying to tell me you're supposed to eat that part, too. But I didn't see him eating no toenails. Now, chicken feet are actually very high
Vinegar.
in collagen. And collagen is very good for you. So
Especially when
now, Mama Mina, and you know this, old man. Our wives have a way of eating things differently than we do. Like wings, chicken legs, chicken thighs, bone-in pork chops, bone-in steaks. They will gnaw on that bone until it is just bone. Oh, we got to high five each other's chicken feet. So grab a chicken foot. High five it. There you go. So they will eat everything off the bone. So when Mama Mina eats chicken feet, and this is why, oh man, your wife said you're not eating it the right way. They'll take it down to the dang bone. Will I? I don't know. But I'll give it a try.
what's out there? It's a small one. I don't want it to chop.
A little bit of cartilage. But oh man, you're right. They are tasty. Now, does your wife make adobo? Oh, was it? The butler had a really small hand.
What?
No, no meat at all. Basically, just skin, collagen, and bone. But I'm actually going to go in between the toes. Nom. But yeah, they're tasty. Pretty much. Yep. But they're pretty tasty. No, man, I don't know if you heard me yesterday in my live. We follow this one young lady who's a homesteader on YouTube and Facebook called Kozy Homestead. And she was talking about this shot that she drinks every morning. It's not a complete shot, but it's a shot she drinks every morning. Me, I'd rather do what's called a prairie fire tequila with a little bit of hot sauce in it, but not really for that. She does a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So the last couple of days, and it was for energy. The last couple of days, me and Mama Mina have done that. And I'll tell you today, yesterday, since it was just the first time, I just did like half of the ingredients because I want to see what did my body mean. You know, Asian women or Asian people, especially with what they eat, they've got cast iron stomachs. All right, that's what Mama Mina that all the time. She'll eat something like you have a cast iron stomach because there's no like balut. No way on God's green earth I can eat balut, but she'll do it. Man, that would be a good meal. So with that
Oh,
shot,
yeah, sticky rice, it's good.
With that shot, I only did half of it yesterday, and I felt pretty decent afterward. And are you eating all my chicken feet?
Yeah.
Okay. And today I did the full shot. Now the funny thing is, yesterday when we did it, Mama Mina gave me like half a tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of lemon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay. She made hers the same way, but with cayenne pepper, she put a pinch in there. She brings me mine. I'm sitting on the toilet. Okay, first thing in the morning. Get ready to get in the shower. You know, the 3 S's. So I drink it while I'm sitting there on the toilet. Man, the burn, because she put just as much cayenne pepper in there as she would for a normal shot. The burn was insane. Now today when I drank it, I just did the regular shot. And I'll tell you, I felt pretty energetic all day. I'm kind of liking it. This is something we're going to keep on doing. So grab your phone real quick, my love. You know, we actually went to Wally World, and you know, the best place to look for clearance stuff, believe it or not, is on some of the end caps. And they had this end cap where they had avocado oil, olive oil, and a $15 bottle of avocado oil, this size, was $5. So we sucked them all. Whatever they had there on the shelf, we took all of them because they're in dark glass bottles and they'll last a long time. So that's what we use when we do stuff like that. It's all organic, non-GMO. So yeah, we're gonna suck that stuff up, and those shots are working pretty good. Yeah, it was a good deal, and even they had smaller bottles that were probably like the size of a small A1 steak sauce bottle, and they were regularly $7, and they had those for $1. So we probably brought home what 20 bottles of oil that day.
I don't know.
We brought home a lot. But I will tell you this, old man. Our Costco, we went there right after church today. They had 0 chicken feet. Mama Mina actually went up to somebody at the meat counter and said, "Hey, you guys have any chicken feet?" Because there was none out in the display. And the lady looked at her and said, "If they're not out there, we don't have them." Giving her one of those looks like, "Are you kidding me?" So the girl actually went over to work rotisserie chicken. And Mama Mina was just like, "You're so rude. I hope you burn your hands."
I just don't.
No, you know what? I don't think they sold out. I just think with the look that she gave Mama Mina, it's like they don't carry it at our Costco, which is kind of surprising because it's we're probably an hour away from Atlanta, minimum hour, and this Costco was probably 20 minutes from Atlanta. So we were just shocked that they didn't actually have any chicken feet there. So we just went to Wally World and got them. And I'd rather pay 99 cents a pound, but because at Wally World they're $3.29.
Yeah,
$3.29 a pound for chicken feet. Yeah, that's nuts. I don't understand it. Watch them get them in this week when we're not going over there, and you know, then they'll be sold out. But yeah, I must say, chicken feet are pretty tasty, especially adobo style. Now, if your wife doesn't cook adobo, you might want to have her do some research and find out, because it's definitely one of my favorite flavors from the Philippines.
Maybe they call it.
In between the toes. Here's one of the toes. Oh, wow. You know, normally we go to places and we ask for stuff like chicken feet or pork belly in the area there. And everybody looks at us like we're crazy. I mean, there was one time at this grocery store we worked at where I actually asked the meat department manager, I said, hey, can you get me a case of pork belly? Said, pork belly? I'm like, yeah, can you order me in a case of pork belly? He's like, I don't know. We don't sell that here. But he went and looked and he got me a case of pork belly. Oh, I think the closest commissary would probably be over there in Marietta. I think that would be the closest one. But you know, to be honest with you, old man, we really don't like driving to the city anymore, man. It's a freaking madhouse over there. I can tell you that when we moved out here, barely any traffic, especially out on the highway that's a mile from us. Now, we've got like freaking damn near rush hour traffic in this place because everybody from Atlanta is moving out here. Oh yeah, definitely gonna do that. But we're gonna, you know, go to these meat processing places.
You're not eating.
Because I'm talking too. I mean, I don't want to be rude.
You're gonna say, you're so rude. I hope you joke.
Yeah, I avoid the city. I mean, even going down to Carrollton, even Noonan anymore. You know, we avoid going to all those places. I mean, we drive 45 minutes east to go to church, and just the traffic for that in the morning is now what used to be a half hour, 35-minute drive for us is now 45 minutes to an hour because of traffic. Not to mention all these dang circles they're putting in everywhere. You know, I thought I got rid of circles when I left the Northeast. New Jersey used to be the king of circles. We used to call them jug handles. Now they're putting dang things in everywhere. Just for us, when we would go to Noonan, three circles on the way to Noonan from here.
Is that 3? 2.
I think it was 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ridiculous. Oh, Noonan is crazy. But you ever been to that Chick-fil-A down there? Man, I'll tell you what, that is the best run Chick-fil-A I've ever seen. They got people out there because there's like 3 or 4 different ways to get into the drive-thru there. They've got people in there directing traffic. So you cannot screw it up. The only way it gets screwed up is if some jackass cuts in line, you know? So I'm getting all the collagen and tendons off the toes. Yeah, you know.
You look like that.
Well, I think I did pretty good on that. We used to go there because of the BJ's. I like BJ's because they have their like lunch meat selection is pretty much the same as what you would get up in the Northeast. And they have this one called pork roll. And that's like one of my favorite lunch meats. That and Lebanon bologna. And the pork roll, I would go there, buy the whole log because that's how they sell it. It was like $25. I would have them slice it down for me. I mean, it's like bologna, but a completely different taste. Okay. You fry that up, put that on a hamburger bun with some nice cheese, put a couple of slices of pork roll in there. It's delicious. But that's really the only reason why we went down to Noonan was because of the BJ's down there. And they also have a better military membership. But for us to drive an hour down there instead of 45 minutes to an hour to the Costco that they opened up here in Dallas, just made more sense for us. We're going to use just as much money in membership difference in gas to go down to Noonan as we would to go to the Costco. So bone clean. I think I got some nail polish on that one.
Bone clean.
Yep. So I'm still on my first chicken foot simply because I'm talking and I'm trying to eat it the right way so Mom Man doesn't give me a hard time. But I'll tell you what, the collagen on there, even the tendons, it's pretty tasty. I mean, like you said, old man. Yeah, I was saying the same thing, old man. The leaves dropping in the backyard for the past 2 weeks. It's like we're already in fall. And I was talking to my best friend's son-in-law, and he said he thought it was from the sun drying them out and then falling. But I'm thinking about all the rain we had. I don't think it's the sun. And then we get temperatures like today. I went outside the first thing this morning. It's like 67 degrees outside. My nipples were almost cutting through my dang shirt. You know? It was crazy. And then even going to Dallas to go to church. I think when we left Dallas today after we visited the family friends.
72.
It was like 72 degrees. And this is the first week of August. Oh, even the breeze outside. I mean, it's kind of a chilly breeze. You know, I'm wondering if we need to break out the flannel shirts already. You know, the first week of August. This is nuts.
That's a sign.
Dang. 64 right now where he is, Mom. Yeah. I'll tell you, it's kind of hard to get that collagen from in between the toes. No, man, you know we've eaten a lot worse stuff than this, especially in the military.
No? You do?
Oh, yeah.
Then eat balut.
And there was one time we were out in Nevada. Uh-oh. Exactly. You know, that is the one thing they're missing. But like you said, they're tasty.
Dinner. After dinner, dessert. You want some dessert? Avocado.
Heck yeah, let's make some avocado pudding. Yeah, I told Mom and one time. Nice. That'll be tasty. His wife just boiled up some chicken feet and fish soup.
Yeah. The collagen is in there.
Right now, Mom and wish we lived closer.
Cook each other.
though.
Hmm?
Oh. What kind of battery you got?
Huh?
What kind of battery you got? Because my tablet just went dead.
76.
There it is. Exactly. Yes, they do.
Yeah. Thai food is good.
Oh, yeah. You know, I lived in the Philippines. We used to go to some Thai restaurants down there. Now, granted, it really wasn't authentic Thai, but it was close.
Curry or just curry.
Mm-mm. Especially the Thai curry. Mm. See all that? That's all you want to eat right there.
Yeah.
That's the part that's a little chewy.
That's a good one.
Mm-mm. Let me wash my hands real quick.
Lose internet?
Hmm?
You lose internet?
I think I did. Yep, just like Chinese food. By the time you're done eating it, half hour later, you're hungry again. But I also have some chicken salad in the fridge, so I'm probably going to make myself a chicken salad sandwich on the croissant. So, but we're actually getting ready to make some avocado pudding. My man's going to show you how to do that. Don't know if you ever had it, but this is something you want to try. I know.
Fighting with the chicken.
Yep. So what'd you do today, old man? Anything good?
Ano ko?
Ano po?
No stitch. Ayaw niya?
Yeah.
Bakit?
Uh-oh. What'd you do? Hold on a minute.
Okay.
You know what, man? We ain't getting any younger. Yeah, that's why I told my best friend when he was alive, with us moving to the property in Alabama, I started buying all this stuff so we wouldn't have to do so much manual labor. So when I bought a log splitter, he's like, "Oh, come on, man. Don't be such a sissy. We've got axes, we've got awls." I'm like, no, we're too old for that. Guess who was the first one to use that log splitter? He was. I bought an auger. Just a simple 2-person auger. And we had some fence line we had to put in. He's like, I got post hole diggers. I'm like, no, we ain't doing that. So yeah, we went out there and we started using that post hole digger, and he was like, "Oh, this is so much easier." I'm like, exactly. I mean, a post hole digger, a 2-person post hole digger, is still a workout. I mean, it's basically 1 person, but 2 people can handle it. But that's a dang workout just in itself. Couple of weeks. Come on, man. You know what? Have your wife make you some of that magic oil. I'll tell you what. I had pain in my left knee for years. Mama Mina made this oil. What did it have in it? I think it was castor oil.
Castor oil, orange peel or lemon peel,
Lemon peel.
and cloves.
And cloves. And she put that in this oil and let it sit for about a month. And then one day I told her my knee was hurting, and she put that on my knee. Man, I'm telling you, this was last year. She soaked my knee pretty good with that. And since then, not a bit of pain in that knee. So.
You have to move.
Man. Come on, everybody. Say hi.
Hi. Nice avocado.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming and joining us. Me and Mama Mina's doing really good. We just got done eating some chicken feet. And now Mama Mina's getting ready to make some avocado pudding.
Avocado pudding. Avocado pudding. Dessert.
So, a lot of people, they'll take avocado, slice it, put it on sandwiches. They'll make guacamole with it. But when I tell them I eat avocado pudding, they give me the look like, you're insane. There's no way. So Mama Mina's already got the avocado sliced in half, and she's getting ready to scoop it into a bowl. And then we're going to show you guys how she makes this pudding. And I'm telling you, she's using 3 avocados. I can eat this entire bowl in one sitting. This ain't like chicken feet, old man. This is something that you can devour in one sitting, even though you shouldn't. But since avocado is good for you, I don't see why it's so bad for you.
Which one, avocado?
Yeah.
But avocado.
No, too much sweets.
Oh.
Why be careful with the avocados?
Okay.
Good for you in a normal dose, so you shouldn't eat a lot of it? Oh, dang. I haven't had a problem yet.
Yeah. In my own also. Asthmatic, you can eat a lot.
Huh. Wow. That's crazy. Especially with the way I eat this avocado pudding, man. I'll tell you what. I need your phone, my love. I got it. Let's see here.
This organic is nice.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that Dawn in alcohol, that's amazing. I mean, it cleans, it kills bugs, it does all kinds of stuff. I mean, we'll spray it on wasp nests, all that stuff. We you see people take these cups to get these containers of gasoline and put it up to a wasp nest to get rid of it. You just spray it with that Dawn and alcohol mixture that Mama Mina came up with. Amazing stuff.
Thank you.
But thanks for trying it, Richard. We appreciate you. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to start taking it easy on the avocado pudding.
Not
So-
before.
Huh?
What?
It's bad for the gallbladder. I wonder if that's why they had a problem with hers. Did she have a problem with hers, or was that the dog?
I don't know.
It might have been the dog,
Mm-hmm.
Eve. I think Eve was the one with the gallbladder issue. I wonder if Eve was eating.
No, they had a surgery, remember?
Oh, that's right. She did have gallbladder surgery. So I wonder if that's why. Okay, so give me a second. I'm gonna switch over the camera so you can see Mom and can just put it. So basically, you're gonna smash it like you would for guacamole. And then you're gonna put in sweetened condensed milk. And for 3 avocados, she'll use half a can of sweetened condensed milk in there, and then she's gonna mix it up, put it in the fridge, chill it, and it's ready to go. I'm telling you, you've never ever had avocados this way. You need to try it. You really do. You gotta trust me on this. And Richard, since you trusted us with that soap mixture that Mom Nina makes, you're really going to want to try this. This is so delicious. And, you know, when you first try it, you're going to be thinking guacamole. A completely different flavor.
Sweet, of course, with guacamole is...
The sweetened condensed milk, that's it. Sometimes if we don't have sweetened condensed milk, she'll just use raw sugar, you know, raw sugar cane. But now we're pretty much good with canned goods now, so I don't think she's going to be running out of sweetened condensed milk for a year or so, maybe 2 years. And the reason why, I mean, what do you call it in Tagalog, Mahal?
Which one?
That.
Avocado.
Just avocado.
Oh.
See, for me, it's almost got the texture of pudding with how thick it is.
Because in Philippines, we barely use guacamole.
Yeah.
Mostly sweets.
Yeah, even though the Philippines...
What's that? Drops on it. Ice candy. Make it, put in the freezer. Ice drop. I call that.
Wow. So yeah, I'm going to start taking it easy on the avocados. And let me tell you, this, of all the desserts that Mom Nina makes, this is probably my #1 favorite of hers. So I'm constantly requesting this. We don't do it as much as I request it, which is probably a good thing. Especially finding this information out. So yeah, 3 avocados, half a can of sweetened condensed milk. That's it. You're good to go. Hey, don't bogart that. Give me a spoonful.
Take it easy, diba?
Oi. Show them how little you give me. Thanks, old man.
Take it
give me a spoon of avocado.
Take it easy nga eh.
No, he's meaning I can't eat the whole bowl in one sitting. Not like, not even a teaspoon of it. You know what I'm telling you? You will not look at avocado the same way again. I know she is, but we have a lot of fun. We give each other a hard time every day. You know, we laugh every day. We rarely argue.
Iharap mo na sa'yo.
Okay. She wants me to put it back to me. So give me a second.
Iharap mo na sa'yo. Kakain ako eh.
All right.
Gonna eat.
So. Richard, I'm telling you, if you have any food on your bucket list, this needs to be one of them. Okay? It really does. Especially when you chill it. It's got kind of the same consistency as pudding. We've taken it over to people's houses, and I tell them it's avocado pudding. They're like, "You mean guacamole?" I'm like, "No, it's avocado pudding." And they're like, "What's avocado pudding?" I said, "Get a spoon and try it." And then they try it, and they want to eat the whole thing themselves. Wow. Potassium levels too, huh? Wow. I guess we're going to have to do some research on that, my love.
With avocado?
Yeah.
You know, this is good because there's a lot of...
Well, put it in the fridge so we can have a little bit when we go to bed tonight.
Saturated. I'm going to eat.
When? When it chills? No, I want mine chilled.
I'm gonna eat now.
Okay, you eat now. I'll wait till it's cold. I like it cold. I mean, it tastes good room temperature as well.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Yeah. Here. You have to eat it.
Look, there's been a few times with some of Mama Mina's food, because it's to the point with her now, like with her lumpia, her spaghetti, her pancit, where even like our extracts, our cranberry relish during the holidays, we get people placing orders with us. And when we first started, it was like, we're going to go broke doing this. But now, the money that she takes in from selling her stuff, we put aside and we don't touch it. That's Mama Mina. She did all the work. She gets to keep all that. But I'm telling y'all, with this avocado pudding, this is going to be like on a top of the list for one of your favorite desserts. Dang. Old man had to take his wife to the ER. And the doctors were like, how much of this or that do you eat? And that's, I guess, that's when they found out it was her gallbladder. Dang. That's crazy. I never heard of that. I never heard of it. I mean, I knew it was high in saturated fat, right, Mama Mina?
Yeah, it's a high saturated.
But
it's good for fiber.
Now they're coming out and saying saturated fat is supposed to be good for you.
And high fiber.
So what are the Olites? I guess I'm gonna have to check those out, because honestly I'm getting old. I don't remember.
What's that?
Olites. I might just have to go do some research on those after. So.
Olites.
Well, I'll go online. I'll do some research on Olites. See what I can find. So yeah, Mama Mina's got a little business going, little side hustle, and then during the holidays, I've got it with the baking, especially with my red velvet sandwich cookies with the dark chocolate buttercream. People love those things. Okay, all right. I'll definitely look into that, man. I mean, see how many I can eat a week. So, I mean, if it's 3 a week, then we can get 6 avocados, make one big batch of the avocado pudding. I get half, and then they get the other half. That sounds reasonable. So
We can eat one more.
Okay, I will definitely look into that, Richard. Old man, I'll tell you, sometimes you sit down and you start eating something that's so dang good, you don't stop eating. And then once you're done, you wish you hadn't eaten it all. That's what that avocado pudding is like, especially when it's cold. When it's room temperature, I mean, I'll eat it, but I prefer it to be cold. That's just how I like it. I mean, that's.
It's 63.
I know, but I don't understand why my YouTube shut down. I might have to restart it. So. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking into that one. Olite Ultra. Definitely going to check that out. All right, y'all. Oh, man, plums. Especially down here in the South, man, with the abundance of fresh fruit around here. We love driving around going to all these farm stands. Wow. But yeah, we love going to these farm stands. And one fruit that I will eat. If I can find a nice deep red one, man, I'll eat me some tomato sandwiches. I ain't gonna lie. I love tomato sandwiches. What else? What else do I like? Cucumber. Love some cucumber, but I can't eat it with the skin on there. When I was 17, I had surgery on my intestines. And ever since then, I can't eat cucumbers with skin. I can eat cucumbers, no skin. I can't eat bell peppers anymore. I can eat habaneros, serranos, jalapenos, all those. I can't eat bell peppers. And the only onion I can really eat is like a sweet onion, like a Vidalia. Other than that, everything tears my stomach up anymore. So. Mama Mia's the same way. I'll take her to the doctors and she won't want to tell the doctor exactly what's going on with her. So I've got to do it. You know? I don't know if it's because of the difference in medicine practices between the countries or what. I can tell you that the Philippines is probably 15, 20 years behind in medical practices and technology. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mommy is going to argue with me about it now, but we ain't going to get it. Whatever. I can tell you that when I was down there, I had a little trouble and they wanted to draw blood. Okay. All they want to do is draw blood. So I'm thinking like they do it here. They bring in the little needle with the hose on it. They put the vials on there. They draw your blood and you're done. Now, this chick, she comes up to me. She's got a cup. Okay. A cup with tubes, but she doesn't have the needle that goes into the arm that goes into the tubes. She has a needle. I'm telling you, this thing was about the size of a damn garden hose. And I looked at her, I said, what are you going to do with that? She's like, I'm going to draw your blood. I'm like, you get near me with that needle, it's going in your freaking heart. Okay. So I let her do it. She put the needle in. The blood goes into this cup. Okay. Once she has the blood in the cup, she takes the needle out and covers my vein. Thank God. Then she takes the tubes for the blood, pulls the top off, and pours the blood into the tube. So
where did you get that?
You remember when I went in, they did the ultrasound of my heart and everything?
Put it in the cup?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, that's because you stayed out in the waiting area while I went back. So.
Grabe ka.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like cabbage. I'll say she fried up cabbage. I've had baked cabbage, and it's all delicious. Her pancit has cabbage. I mean, a lot of stuff that she makes, her soups have cabbage in it. But yeah, everything that they make is healthy and good for you. I think that's one of the reasons why they always look so young and beautiful.
Beautiful your ass.
No, not my ass. You got a sexy little butt. But for them to be eating all this healthy stuff, I mean, I'll tell you, that's one of the things I loved when I lived in the Philippines was being out in the province and picking fresh fruit off the trees. Oh man, you ain't gonna believe this. But guess who else graduated from nursing school? Mama Mina. It's the old man. I'm gonna tell you the story that he told me. He said, Oh, horror. What you mean? My wife's friend is over. I'm outside chopping wood. Wood flies back, hits the shin to the bone, his shin bone. It's bleeding. Howl back to the house. My wife, she's a nurse. I'm moaning, hurting. Next thing I know, my leg burning. I'm like, what the hell? She's pouring alcohol on his open wound in the hole in his damn leg. Alcohol. Okay, so his wife's not a nurse, right? His wife's friend was. So yeah, Mama Mina, actually, she wanted to be a military nurse. So, yeah, that's crazy. Poured alcohol into the open hole.
That's what we before.
That's going to leave a mark. Not so much
It's
here
really-
or here, but like right here. Damn.
Mhm.
P365. Oh, Lord. He said, I was laying back thinking, oh, yeah, she's going to gauze it up and wrap it up. Next thing you know, she's pouring alcohol on it. Oh. Yeah, you weren't chopping wood with a 320 that day, were you? Damn, man. Now, I'll tell you, when I was young and stupid, and I would show up late for work at the base, I wouldn't have time to shave. So I kept razors in my desk at work. Oh, this sick thing is crazy. So I dry shaved one day, and it was kind of like burning. And one of the guys said, "Yeah, your face is a little red." I said, "Hold on, I got this." Pulled out some rubbing alcohol, put it in my hand, went like this, put it on my face, and they're all looking at me like, it was okay. The burning only lasted a few seconds, but into the hole in the leg, man. I bet when she comes over, you still talk about that to this day.
I know. Oh, the minutes ahead.
Yo, man, I told you I was talking to that Marine. We actually we went to Costco on Friday. We were kind of hungry, so we stopped at Fat Ron's to get some fries. And damn, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. So where was I going? We went to Costco on Friday. Oh yeah,
You could have got there.
and went to Fat Ron's, got some fries because we were both hungry. And the Marine I was talking to in Fat Ron's, he was like, "Yeah, I used to carry them 17 when I was in the Marines." I'm like, "Yeah, but back then when they first came out, they weren't that bad. Now they're outsourcing materials from India." He's like, "What?" He was completely shocked. He said, "Yeah, I'm not buying it," because he was like me. That was the whole reason why I wanted a P228, was because that's what I carried when I was in the military. And besides the 45, the 1911, that P228 was so reliable. I mean, we put those things through hell. When we went over to the Middle East with those, with all the rotor wash and everything, they were getting dirty and everything, but they were still reliable. They still proved themselves. So that's why I still wanted a 228. Now, I'm not buying anything new from SIG until they get this stuff under control. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, yeah, quality. Wow. You know, when I first moved down to the Philippines, I was talking with some Filipino military officers. And some of them guys down there still use the old 16s. Like, man, that thing is antiquated, you know, and they're at the gun range and they're going full auto. I'm like, you guys got to stop that shit. So that's one of the reasons why we couldn't cut it in Vietnam. So everybody's going full auto doing this over their head and not hitting anything. Ollie Dorset, yeah, no doubt. Either that or Fast and Furious shit from Obama, from Michael and his husband. Yeah, I'm not going to buy either one of those anytime soon. You know, I'm happy with what I've got right now. You know, we've got a handful of pistols, a couple of 15s, and shotguns. You know, we're good. Yep, exactly. Well, like I told you all, man, you know, when we got rid of the 1911s and they were switching us to the 228s, we wanted to buy them. We each decided we were going to pay $500 each for every 1911 they would let us buy. Went all the way through the chain of command, went straight to the admirals and everything, and they all came back and said, nope, send them to be chopped. Every single one of those 1911s went to the chop shop. Every single one of them got chopped in half, so they couldn't be used at all. We were so pissed off. Yep. So, you know, we actually started going to, there was a Marine Corps exchange in Norfolk, I think just inside gate 3A, I think it was. And we would go there and they were selling the 228s there. We were picking off $500 a pop at that time. This was the early 90s. Now you can barely find one for $1,000. But anyway, when I was down in the Philippines and I was talking with some Philippine military officers, still using the 16s, doing all that crazy crap. They're asking me if I can get guns sent to them from the Philippines. I'm like, no, look, I love being here. You know, I love y'all. We all have a great time, but not going to jail for gun smuggling. That ain't happening. Oh, they were all about it. I mean, they wanted SIGs, they wanted Glocks, they wanted M4s, all that stuff. I'm like, oh, heck no. No. Not this guy. All right, y'all. Look, it's been fun. Try the chicken feet. They are yummy. It's Sunday. I normally don't do videos on Sunday because it is a Sabbath. And me and Mom like to spend time together on Sunday. So I'm going to get going. Thank you all for coming by. Thanks for the conversation. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Try that avocado pudding. You're going to love it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all.
Y'all take care. Stay blessed, all right? See you in the next one.